Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 8 of the Bad and Mead podcast for 2026. I'm your host, Dylan, and today I'm joined by the best co host in the world, Becky. How are you doing
Hey,
today, mate?
mate, it's a good week. The Raiders got up. We're cruising. We got promoted up to 15th place. But I'm still fucking fuming.
How good is promotion feel, Declan?
Mate, promotion is the best feeling in this planet. 16th and 15th means a lot for this team. And, man, how good. How good.
How good. And guess what our differential is?
Isn't it like negative 70 or something like
Negative 67.
that? Oh, wow. 6-7. All
What a
right.
joke. What are you fuming about this week, big fella?
Did you watch that Broncos Cowboys game on the weekend?
I did. Cracking game,
Cracking game. Oh,
wasn't it?
fantastic game of football. Probably up there for game of the year so far this season. These referees are the most dog referees I've ever seen in my life. I don't understand. How does the bunker mess up this game? This game was played perfectly. Perfectly. For starters, let's get started. The disruptor rule. This is what we're fuming about today, ladies and gentlemen. This disruptor rule has ruined air contests for years to come. Years to come. Look, I get they're trying to protect the player in the air. I get 100%. I get that, but they are not getting the correct call right. Let's start with a couple players. So that Broncos Cowboys games, the Shibasaki one. Actually, no. Let's start with the Drinkwater one. Okay. Broncos, they put a kick up in the air. Scott Drinkwater, he goes for it. He's in midair and he goes, "Oh shit, I'm not going to get this." So he turns away and hits Mariner. I think it was it Mariner.
I believe so.
Yeah, it was Mariner. They go on to score that. Oh no, they get the penalty, then they score off that set. Tell me, how the hell is Scott Drinkwater supposed to pull himself away from that? Like, brother, he's in the air. Oh, let's just fly. He can fly away. Yeah, he can fly away and avoid that. It's never a penalty. Both players are going for the ball. He's obviously going, "Oh
Yeah.
no, I haven't timed this very well," so he's going to turn. Brother, it's not a penalty. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Anyway, next one. The Shibasaki. That one they got correct. I'm glad that one they actually got that call correct because Shibasaki jumped for the ball. The ball wasn't even near him. He put pressure on the other player. 100%. I'm so sick of Channel 9 being like, mate, how the hell is that a try? Like, brother, it should have been a try because yeah, Shiba, he didn't even mean to do that. Brother, do you watch football? Do you watch this sport? You have no idea. Billy Slater, I'm sorry, you have no idea. I get he's a Queenslander, but fuck me. Seriously, don't understand.
What about in the Roosters Sharks game? That was a shocker.
This was terrible.
Robert Toyer.
Toyer touches him with his finger. His finger, how is that a disruptor? How the hell? And obviously they
Nah,
came out.
because that contributed to him dropping the ball. If it didn't touch him, Stone Street wouldn't have dropped the ball, mate. Isn't that obvious?
He knew he dropped the ball. Samuel Stone Street was like, "Oh yeah, no, that was my bad, lads." Like he put his arm up, said, "Oh sheesh, that was my bad. I shouldn't have dropped the ball." Oh, the bunker's like, "That's right, Stone Street. We got you, mate. We got you back. Yeah, we'll go with this no try. Yeah, we can't fucking see." Seriously, mate, forking fuming. These referees have no idea. The bunker. I'll give it to the bunker referee. The bunker referee have never watched a bloody game of football in their life, and it's so frustrating. I could go to the bunker and do a better job.
Yeah, well, it just goes down to the decision making when a player goes up for a contest. Okay, I understand. Like if they're going for the ball for the first instance, and then they'll back out because they go, "Look, if I try to contest here, I'm going to knock the ball on into the player." Right? So it doesn't matter if they go up to protect and they're starting to balk the player. They go up and they try to contest and then they back out. Okay, and then that's got some contribution for the defending player who loses the ball. Yeah, I mean that's we saw that last year a fair bit. But I think they're being a little bit harsh. I think very harsh in those situations like the Toy one. Like, Well, that had absolutely nothing to do with it.
Well, you wonder why
Um,
these players can't compete in the air anymore because these stupid rules have come in and basically said you can't compete in the air unless you got to nail it 10 out of 10 times because if you don't, you're going to get penalised. So no wonder why we're seeing less air contests. Anyway, that moves past the forking fuming for this week. I think the referees have still got a long, hard look at themselves to see how this rule is actually going to play out. I know they came out and said, that they got it wrong, but which is good. But anyway, Dill, we'll move into the mighty Green Machine. They got a very, very good win up in Perth. How good? I thought we were really good. That first half was absolutely phenomenal to watch.
yeah, no, first half was good. I think we definitely took advantage of the opportunities that we had for sure. Semi Songi was on fire. The Rabbitohs had a bit of a setback early in the game with Jai Gregg going down with that AC joint. So the Chell moved to fullback. Duncan came out onto that left edge. And started the game pretty well. I mean, it was clearly in warm conditions and it was 30 degrees. So there was a fair few errors which occurred. But yeah, great key from Tommy Starling to set up Hudson Young up on the left-hand side. South struck back. Cody Walker went over for a try. And then, what was it? Yeah, Sasangi broke through, set up Kyle Weeks, and then we saw that length of the field try with Hudson Young finishing off. Like, how good was Sasangi in the lead up there to set up his men? Like, just, his footwork just to get on the outside was absolutely spectacular. So, yeah, going into half time, good signs, but as a Raiders fan, like, we can never be confident because the start of the second half and the whole second half was in absolute shambles. Like it was a horrible performance, but a good result. Like I don't think I've seen. Look, we didn't get the ball that much second half. It was honestly errors and defense which cost us big time.
Yeah, 100%. I don't know if it was a horrible performance. I wouldn't go that far. I'd say
Second half was horrible, man.
I thought very good performance first half. Second half, just like what we always do, we clock off, we go to sleep. Like it's so frustrating. They score what 12 points inside the first 15 minutes of the second half, and then they come back and you're going, oh shit, well here we go. We've just done the exact same thing that we knew would happen and that we've done for so many years on end. And then we score one try, and then all of a sudden, 2 points is within it. It's just like, how do we keep losing or concentrating throughout the second half? What happens after the shed break when we come out and we look like a different team? Our forwards got gassed so quickly in that second half, and we're just not playing footy. That first half, why can't we just play how we played the first half? I think we just gassed ourselves out too quickly.
Yeah, it's like they don't expect South to come out and actually play. Like South were great coming out of the gates into the second half. Like, I thought Brandon Smith once he moved into that roaming middle sort of role, or playing lock basically. Their go forward was absolutely insane. Like, they were making 60 meters a set, and instead of putting a kick in for yardage, they were making an attacking kick every single play. And our line speed was non-existent. And that was another thing. Like we weren't moving forward in defence. We were just constantly on the back foot. And like when Jamie Humphrey scored that try, like we don't know how many points South have got in. Like they're a great attacking side. But yeah, when Humphrey scored that, I was like, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose. Like our confidence is absolutely shot, and it didn't help our cause anyway better. Like Tamale was having an absolute shocker with his hands, which like I feel for him. He's outstanding with his big carries and that for the last 3 weeks in particular. Unfortunately, he's been a liability under the high ball, and I mean even a few carries he dropped the ball. So I don't know. Obviously, yeah, which is disappointing. But I thought that second half was not first grade standard,
No.
and I don't think Souths are any better. Like the defense was non-existent with both sides. It was very very average. But it's even get in front of the game and then concede 2 tries at the end. I know we won the game, which is fantastic, but
A 36 to
like
22 victory. They scored what 3 tries in
you'd be
5
happy.
minutes. You'd be so happy. Like we were absolutely what we were texting each other going, oh, how good's this? Like Raiders are actually going to get a 13 plus win. No, we're not. No, let's go back to 2022, eh? Where we couldn't freaking win a game 13 plus. No, was it 2022?
20,
23.
24,
24, 23.
24.
24, yeah. But Look, I loved how Ricky brought on those changes before the start of the game. I thought Hosco looked really good in the second row, and I'm glad he gave Noah Martin a rest. It wasn't him being dropped because he's been playing poor. It's just him getting a rest because he's been making so many tackles. He's topped the tackle
That's right.
last couple of weeks, and he is the top tackle count
In the NRL.
in the NRL, which is fantastic. But I'm glad he's preserving his body, and glad he didn't play the whole 80 minutes. I think they put Hosco at lock at one stage, and or somewhere in the front row. But yeah, Mariota was. I think that was a glimpse into the future of what we could see. I thought he was really impressive in that first 20-minute stint. Don't don't think he's playing enough minutes at the moment. I think he needs to play a bit more minutes for us to actually see a big, I don't know, big change in his game. I guess because we haven't quite seen him as a first grader or a starter, just as quiet. And yeah, I liked Papa coming off the bench. I thought that was always supposed to happen. But yeah, I thought our forwards in the first half were really solid, and it was really good to see.
Well, all of our middles minus Papa, who played only 22 minutes, ran over 80 metres. So that was really good. Honestly, I thought that Tarpany and probably Morgan Smithies were our best forwards. Like Morgan Smithies that first half, like he was actually making some really good carries in through the middle. I don't know whether you noticed that. But yeah, I thought he had a really, really good stint at the start of the game. He was really strong.
Yeah, completely agree. Horsburgh through the middle. We were saying he's not a lock forward, but you know what? That all the forwards in that first half, they used the ball really well. We saw Tarpany pass, we saw Mariota pass, we saw multiple forwards pass, which is what we like to see. Isolate the defender, then give it is exactly what we want to see from our forwards because that's what they did last year. That's what they did so well was their ball work. And I thought Tarpany using his ball work, sort of like that lock forward front row, was awesome because he took so much pressure off Sanders trying to shovel it out, where Tarpany was able to just take one through the middle, give. It was just really good to see. And Horsburgh as a lock, that's just a little glimpse of what we can see him do as lock. That ball to Hosking, yes, it was probably too hard, but he's giving it.
That was a good pass. Yeah, it's a good shot.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see from Horsburgh. He just kept giving the ball. He's not running sideways and then straightening it up. It's just he's not doing any of that stupid shit. He's just playing his role as a lock forward, and that's what we want to see every week from Horsburgh. So I thought hopefully he can continue in that trajectory.
Yeah. Interesting with Horsburgh, like we know like he was playing big minutes last year, like 60 plus, sometimes 70 minutes a game. The first 3 games this season, like he's gone down gradually, like 27 minutes this game. Like how contrasting is that? And then a few rounds before was 20, 30 sort of minutes. So not sure what that's all about. I was honestly surprised that he came off the bench to start the game. I didn't think they'd be starting Mariota and Smithies to start the game with Taps.
Yeah, neither.
I don't think it makes a huge difference. I don't like Papa and Tarpany starting.
No, neither.
To start the game. I think splitting them up is definitely the way to go. To have your 2 most experienced middle split up. So we can basically just continue the momentum forward into the game. But yeah.
Well, you have a look, Dill. You say he only played 27 minutes, but he had 10 runs in 27 minutes. Like
that's all right.
That's perfect. Like that's what you want to see. Yeah, he was like you had Mariota last week. He played 27 minutes, had 1 run.
1 run, man.
Although yes, he's not getting big minutes, he's still doing the same amount of what we know Horsburgh can do, which is very good to see. Like as soon as he gets on, he goes, "No, give me the ball. No, give me the ball. No, give me the ball." Where the Mariota just stands back. So that was good to see. And I thought all our bench front rowers like Smitty's 10 runs, 98 meters, Mariota 11, 93, Hosco 10 for 80, Tarpany 17 for 142 was our standout, and Papa 6 for 50. It was a lot better this time around. So yeah.
Impressive. Yeah, I think you can start to see the effect of our forwards not being able to play big minutes with the new 6 again. I think in the past, obviously they've increased it an extra 20 meters. In the past, you'd see Tarpon probably maybe filling out the whole first half and then coming off, and then you might not have Mariota play until the second half. Like we used all of our interchanges, as in bring all of our bench forwards on within the first half, which we don't see that often, really. Like even Noah Martin, a guy who's filling at second row, he came in like 30 minutes in, 20 minutes in. So, I think Ricky's just want to be rotating them more regularly, so we can just be more durable in the middle, throughout the game, which makes sense. But that's how you adapt. That's showing that Ricky's doing something and trying different things and trying to adapt to the modern game. Yeah, more so, I think. We'll talk about standouts, and then we'll just talk about the second half with the Rabbitohs. Our three top performers for this week. Kyle, now we've got a new system. Behind the scenes, we've gone back and awarded 3 players individual points, which will contribute to the champion of Valhalla, which will be the end of season MVP award, which will be gifted out. So up until round 10, we'll reveal the point leaderboard, and then we'll keep it hidden from then onwards, like the Dalian system. So Kyle Weeks had 1 point. He had a very, very good game going to that second half. 209 meters, 1 line break, 5 tackle breaks, and 2 tries. His second half try was what won us the game. Like, have you seen a guy in such small amount of time to start his career score some of the best individual tries you'll ever see, Declan, as a fullback?
Never seen it. I think he's been
Mm.
phenomenal as a fullback. He's been awesome. A joy to watch still. That try, put it down as try of the season at the
Yeah.
moment because
Yeah.
that was phenomenal.
Yeah. Even his confidence would have been shot. Like, I think a couple of sets before, Trell Mitt put up a torpedo and he dropped the ball, and like 1 out run, like 5 meters out, you think, oh right, we're stuck in the corner here. Beats 2 tackles. He must be so strong in the hips, right? You see, he doesn't look like a big fella, but we've seen him be able to tackle as a halfback. Like, he's a solid dude. And then he just, yes, steps 2. And then, of course, the best moment at all, backs himself. See you later, Jack Whiten. Throws the dummy. And, yeah, he's just way, way too fast. Like, that was awesome to see, ride him all the way home to the try line.
But my goodness, still, we cannot keep relying on him to get us out of trouble.
Yeah, individual moments, individual brilliance.
We had a couple of those last season, but we can't keep relying on individual players to get us out of trouble every time. So that's the only worrying thing. But fuck, he's awesome. Good on Kyle.
Moving on to the second top performer, which was Hudson Young, got 2 points. I thought he was really busy in and around the ball. Obviously, scored 2 tries off support play, supporting back through the middle off the Sasangi break on the right hand side was excellent, and then obviously chasing through Tommy Starling's kick, and then to end the game, he swapped over to the right hand side, which is interesting. Which I clearly think that was a clear change from Ricky. He clearly saw something in the right hand side defence. I think we know on Martin, because Martin missed the tackle on Walker, and then it was the other few tries as well. All were down our right hand side, and Hudson popped up on that side, made a bit of a break back on the inside to Ethan Strange. To, I wouldn't say ice the game, but put us up by a couple of tries. Yeah, should have iced the game, but he's really busy throughout the game, causing havoc. Hudson.
Yeah, 100% he was. He'd probably be coming for a New South Wales jersey maybe in the future because if he keeps playing like that, my goodness, we'll see him in a Blues jersey, which is what all Canberra Raiders fans want to see. But Hudson Young once again standing tall for the Raiders, and his leadership just keeps on growing.
Yeah, it's a hard one with him because I kind of feel like some games feels like he needs to try too hard. Like, if your halves aren't doing much, he's like, oh, I need to try to do something, which is fair enough. Like, he's like no other backer on the competition the way he plays, like the ad-lib footy. But sometimes I feel like he just needs to sit on his edge and just run some good lines and just do what a second row needs to do. And that's why I kind of feel like he hasn't been successful like playing for the Blues yet, because he hasn't adapted to that. Like, that's why I think like player like but you compare it to a guy like Jacob Preston. Like, Jacob Preston's your out and out, line running second rower. Like, he just runs his lines, absolutely tough in defence. So yeah, it'll be definitely a competitive spot, that second row position for New South Wales. And our number 1 player who takes our I Vote an award, which contributes to 5 points overall in the leaderboard, is Simi Sasangi. Once again, I think this is his 3rd, maybe 4th MVP of the year. Like, far out. Consistently every single week this guy shows up. I mean, based off his form, can you say he's like in the form center of the competition the first 6 rounds? Like, who can you think of that's been better? Genuinely,
I can't think of anyone, Dill. I reckon if
yeah,
they call the Daily M votes for Center of the Year right now, if they called it right now, Simi is definitely in there because
has to be.
his hard work, his consistency, as you said, has been absolutely phenomenal to start this season. 2 try assists, 2 line breaks, 8 tackle breaks, 240 run meters. That's like Greg Inglis stats, mate. Like that is phenomenal
Yeah,
to see.
8 tackle breaks, man.
Absolutely killed that right hand side
Yeah,
of the Rabbitohs. And this is what the Raiders did really well. They saw Tellis Duncan went in the centres. They said, you know what? Let's go Simi's way because they don't have a proper centre playing there. Go Simi, go Simi, go Simi. We did that so well. Our eyes up football to that right hand side was really, really good. It was really good to see us take advantage of someone who doesn't usually play in that position. And Simi just absolutely tore him to shreds. So 8 tackle breaks is filthy. Absolutely filthy.
oh
Simi, once again, proving why he is the form centre of the comp deal.
yeah, yeah. Five Dalian points as well on the weekend.
Yeah.
So good to see that he's getting some recognition for sure.
Thank God.
I'm happy to say that. Just his ability to change direction within a second, like
Footwork. Oh,
unbelievable for a big guy. Like,
pussy.
yeah, and it's great to see someone that we can just give the ball to and he can create something out of nothing, like out wide. To have a centre like that, and yeah, we can clearly see we're making a game plan out of it for sure.
Yeah, he doesn't stop
Um,
trying. So good.
yeah. Were there any other guys that stood out for you? I thought Ethan Strange. I thought his ball playing was pretty good this week.
Strangey was awesome. Once again, you can slowly see that he's starting to get better and better with his ball work and with his confidence in running the ball, which is exactly what you want to see as a Raiders fan. You know what? I'm actually going to give it to Jettles as well. I thought Jettles under the high ball, fantastic. Didn't drop a ball. He didn't drop a ball in his return game.
Yeah,
Chef's kiss. That's exactly what
helps.
we wanted to see. Yeah. I thought that was probably about it. Hosco started pretty ordinary, to be honest, but yeah, I thought that's pretty much the shining lights for me. Tarpany again was
Yeah.
awesome as always.
Hosty had a few errors, and I got to say, like a lot of the stuff, like you can see how easy a loose carry can happen. Like the ball just slip out. Like it was hot, like 30 degrees. There's sort of nothing you can do about that. Like even some of Tamale's errors that second half were kind of unpreventable in a way. Like you really just got to tuck the ball in under your arm and just run. You can't have your ball hanging out. Another thing too, and I've heard Bloke in a bar talking about it, and they're saying about how the longer Strange plays on the right hand side, the longer it's going to be a hindrance for him. Like I just completely disagree with that. Like I understand you go, oh well, he's not playing the same as he was last year. I mean that's going to take time to adapt, but he played on the right hand side coming through the grades. Like he already come out and said, yeah, that's his preferred side. If you're going to have a dominant kicker, your game managing half, who's a left foot kicker, obviously you're gonna want to have it on his dominant side, on the left hand side. Like Strange plays against the Roosters last year. He played on the right hand side. Okay, it'll take time, but we saw like he can sweep. Like where's the issue? Where's the issue there? Okay, he's still a young player coming into first grade. That'll take time. Like I said, I thought his ball play on the weekend was really good. Like I've seen like that movement that he had where he sort of like shuffles to the right and then puts a ball away. Like he sort of like does a little like sidestep. That's what he did a lot coming through the reserves. Like when he does that little shuffle and then he can put a cutout ball to his outside man. You said that quite a few times.
Yeah, agreed. You've nailed it on the head there, Dill. Completely agree with what you're saying. Like,
Yeah.
I think he just needs a bit more time on that right hand side. He'll crack it. He's played there before, and yeah, I think that's a stupid thing to say with what Blake in a bar said. So
He's a gun, bro.
yeah, 100%.
Like
He's a gun. If he can adapt,
he's such a
as
footy
well,
player.
it goes to show yeah, exactly right. He's a footy player. Like, of course he can adapt to that right hand side. It won't take him long. He's just going to start to warm up. It's not like click of a finger, mate. He's going to be awesome to watch again. Seriously, it's going to take time.
We'll talk about the negatives. Unfortunately, yeah, like we're saying, we'll talk about Sav Tamale. Pretty rough day. Pretty rough game. Obviously, for him, it's kind of been a bit of a prominent aspect in this game the last few weeks under the high ball. Like you kind of think like he's been thinking all week, you know, practicing catching those high bombs, and he dropped a pretty dead set easy one to start the game. Just didn't get himself in the quiet position, and he just feels the pressure of the Rabbitohs guys running in. So yeah, there's no doubt he can come back from that. We've seen guys like Kyle Weeks and Xavier Savage, young players at the back, have patches of form like this before, and yeah, we've seen them come out on the other side. So yeah, just a common aspect for a young player.
Yeah, exactly right. Freaking that try he scored. What
Mm,
the heck was he thinking?
mm,
Why
yeah,
did he stop in the middle? I thought he didn't see Cody Walker behind him, but you look back in the replay, he definitely saw him. He knew he was there. He
yeah,
backed and turned his shoulder into Cody Walker. You could clearly see he was there. Oh, okay.
yeah.
Don't know
I've seen, yeah.
don't know what he was
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah, initially, I'm same with you, Declan. Yeah, I didn't think he saw him either, and I thought that he was sort of like slowing up, and then he's going to try and score under the sticks. I've seen this in his game and a few times, even in reserve grade, where he has a knack of like scoring under the sticks so often. Like if he scores out wide, like he'll try to maneuver his way under the post to try and get a better position. So I reckon he was trying to. Like it was weird though. Like
was next
it was
to the
like
post. It
it
wasn't
was
even
so
outside the
weird.
post.
Yeah, I think he was trying to slowing down. He was going to try and bump off Cody Walker. I think that was the idea. He was trying to slow down, bump off Cody Walker, and get on the sticks because I don't know when anything else. Yeah.
That was
Anyway, he scored the try.
yeah, he scored the try, main
Um.
thing, but man, he's
Yeah.
going to be more careful. And then Ricky gave
Mm.
him a bit of smack on the sidelines.
Yeah. Well, that had nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
I don't think Ricky would be annoyed at that. He scored the try. That's fine. Like he did a good job there. Like even we saw Ricky in the post, and I know everyone's saying, "Oh, what was Ricky talking about?" Ricky gave him a spray about the try. I'm like, I guarantee you it was absolutely nothing to do with the try. He was just trying to get his confidence up, about dropping those balls.
Yeah, in the press conference he said, "Just believe in your
Mm.
ability." That's to him. So
Yeah,
clearly said,
of
"That's good."
course. Yeah,
I didn't realize the
yeah,
coaches were allowed to do that. By the way,
yeah.
are they even
Pull him
allowed
up
to?
off.
Yeah, no, like pull him to the side and talk to him. I didn't think you're allowed to do that as a coach.
You don't see it often, to be honest.
No.
Like that period during the game. Like when he came off initially, I was like, did he get injured? Like, did he do his hamstring because he was like slowing down, or did he get dropped? I was like, this is strange. I didn't know what happened, and then he went back on. So no, you don't see it much, to be honest. But I suppose it's a break in play. Um, yeah. So obviously we already know the changes for this week. We'll talk about it later. But yeah, yeah, it was a few costly errors he made, which put us under pressure, particularly in the second half. Unfortunately, and that's something we just can't rely on and can't have going ahead
No.
in games because it's big hindrance.
I've got one thing before you move on.
Mm,
Sorry, I've
mm,
got a little stat here, Dill. I know you
mm.
love your stats, don't you? Oh, you froth over your stats, mate, don't you?
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
froth. Oh yeah. Anyway,
oh yeah,
so in their red zone, in the Rabbitohs red zone, we scored one try. Okay, we
yeah,
scored one try in their red zone. We scored
yep.
all of our tries. The other
Long
tries,
range,
long range.
yeah.
I
Usually the
think
case.
that is a very, very worrying sign. It obviously goes to show that our attack in the red zone is appalling. We look frantic,
Yep.
we look confused, our attack looks clunky, we go sideways, we don't know what to do with the ball. We give it to our best players. They can't do anything with the ball because we can't isolate defenders. I don't know what is going on, but we look so frantic in attack when we're inside the opposition's 20. I don't know what is going on. It's not like this is the first time it's happened. This has happened over multiple weeks since first round. What is happening, Dill?
Mm. Yeah. Oh, this game I think sort of a bit of an outlier. I don't think we had that many chances inside their own 20. To be honest, like we still scored what we scored 6 tries.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, not good anyway. Okay. Yeah. The fact like that. This is even a factor last year where we just can't get in a good shape and split them for numbers. I just feel like we lack a bit of creativity in that area at this stage, and we're obviously just better at like throwing the ball around when we're further out. I think just in general.
Yeah. And again, with our last tackle plays, I'm actually starting to get pissed off. Like, why are we
Yeah,
winning the ball so much on last? It makes no sense that nothing comes of it. We haven't scored off of it. There's multiple occasions where we just said, here you go, Noah Martin, just take it up. Oh,
Mm.
it's last tackle, bro. What are you doing? Especially the
Yeah. No.
last minute of that game. We are
Oh,
so
they're always going to
stupid.
do that.
Just play football, man. Like,
So
just play.
would you try in that situation? Would you try and score a try, like set up an
Obviously,
attacking play, or would you put or would you put a bomb in, bomb up, attacking bomb?
bro. They didn't even try to an attacking play.
Yeah.
They just took it to the corner and got tackled. It wasn't even like, oh, you know what? Let's try to do something with the ball. One up from dummy half. One up from dummy half. One up from dummy half. There's still 2 minutes left in the game. What are we doing? Why are we
Mm.
doing this?
Yeah.
Like, just put up an attacking kick or get a repeat set. We don't even have to put up a bomb. We just put a grubber in, repeat set, we go again. Like,
Yeah,
it's just so frustrating because we did it against the Broncos, and look what happened. Look what happened in that final. We went, oh, you know what? Let's stop playing footy. Let's just play conservative, and let's just kick the grub of the ball out. It's stupid because
we're
the
just
defense
backing your
is
defense
so.
mindset.
Why are we backing our defense where we can't freaking defend? The
Mm.
Rabbitohs marched 80 meters and almost scored in the corner.
I know.
Like,
Yeah.
just play football. It's so simple. Just play
Well,
what you
it's
usually play.
it's definitely a game plan thing. Like they trial those scenarios at training, and that's what they do. They'd be like, Ricky, in that situation, they would say they have to say, oh, you're going to run it and just use up all the tackles you got left and then back your defense. Like there's no way around it. Like it'd be great to have a half who just can ice the game in that situation, but I just don't have the confidence at the moment.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. But yeah, it is frustrating. You're just wasting an opportunity. I think in that situation, like it's just in the mindset. Like you're comfortably by 2 tries, bang, concede 2. And then you're like, oh shit. Well, I bet they're just conservative. They go straight into their shell, and they're like, oh. And that's I think we've been absolutely horrible this year. Is just keeping the momentum and like being dominant, like and then build. I thought we built pressure for a good. I think the good period of that first half. We had the Rabbitohs defending their own line. But yeah, for longer periods of the game, I think we struggle just for those key moments. Yeah, and like I think some of our defensive players on the wing were pretty damn average. Like Jed Stewart, didn't think he had he had a few misreads in defence, especially when Sasangi jam in. He jam in as well. The Alex Johnson try, like had like great player Johnson obviously, but he should never have scored that in that situation. I thought Weeks should have at least tackled him, or that that one would have made some read on him.
Yeah, 100%. It's just, it makes no sense, does it? We've just been a bit shocking. We haven't really backed ourselves close to the try line or backed ourselves in an attacking stage the much we saw, as many times as we saw we back ourselves last year. So, yeah, a little bit of a concern, but I think we'll get over this little hump and let's see if we can play football against the Storm. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, like, yeah, I'll just flash back to that last play of the game. Like, Latrell was probably a standout player for them. Like, he was a bit complacent in that first half, and the second half, he just came in and absolutely killed us. Like, the try scored, like, how many fullbacks score a try like that? Like, not many at all. Yeah, like, they just, had a great attacking side, but they should not have made as many line breaks as they did. Like far out. They had double the amount of line breaks we did.
Yeah.
8-4.
That's crazy. Their attacking stats once again still. The only thing that we won in attacking stats was tackle breaks. That's the only thing we won. Like
Yeah.
the Rabbitohs won in everything else. It's just going to show like they dominated us. They had more possession than us. Like how the hell did
52,
they win
yeah.
this game? It's
I don't know.
crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway, there you go. Rabbitohs versus Raiders. At least we got the W. That's all that matters, isn't it?
Yeah.
A win is a win. We will take it. We go moving forward. Hopefully, this is a reset button. Well, let's just hit that reset button. Reset the season. Let's go again. The boys all said that they had a really good time over in Perth. They felt like they all gelled. They gelled nicely. And they said it felt like a reset button just to forget about the past games. Let's just concentrate on now and how we're going to move forward, which was really good to see.
Yeah, that is right. Yeah. They went over at the start of the week. So, yeah, I think even though these away games, you kind of think, a bit of a disadvantage to an extent traveling. But I think, yeah, definitely brings the group tighter together, so they can spend more time with each other. All right, moving on to our round 7 preview for this season, up against our arch nemesis of the last 10 years, I'd probably say. Like, how many good games have we played up against this team? The Melbourne Scum, the one and only. Down in the nation's capital, 6 p.m. on Friday. Declan, we've had some good clashes up against the Melbourne Storm in the last 10 years, I'd say. Are they one of your favourite sides to verse, you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone in Canberra hates the Storm. So yeah, there's nothing more satisfying than seeing Cameron Munster cry on a Friday night with their, you know, Storm have been probably the team to beat over the last decade or so. And they always have been since they've ever been introduced into this competition. And the last couple of years we've had a real good rivalry against them. Craig Bellamy versus Ricky Stewart, sticky. He loves a good rivalry match against his arch nemesis, Craig Bellamy. He's also his past teammate. But Dill, this is going to be one spicy game. The Storm, they have not lost 5 in a row since 2012. Fun fact, 2012, they went on to win the grand final that year as well. So it's pretty crazy. No matter how many games they lose in a row, they will still somehow find a way to win a premiership.
Yeah, look, judging off last week, I kind of felt like it was more so the Warriors was just so physical rather than I think it was the Warrior factor more than the Storm factor. But you kind of thought, oh, surely 4 in a row is pretty far fetched for the Storm side of the last few years. Like, they're just so ruthless. Even with like some of their wins, like they'd win and then some. Like they'd be piling on the points for sure. That they're just so ruthless. But this is such a different side. Like you're just so used to Munster and Grant Hughes just stepping up so consistently, but they were so complacent. Honestly, putting the Warriors' performance aside, they just shied away from the physicality against the Warriors, and then against Penrith, they got absolutely torn to shreds. And look, obviously they have a lot of injuries. Like you have a look at the second rowers at the moment. That's probably what their third, fourth string starting second rowers. They got Bora and Ali Katara out, which are huge losses. And then their stocks in the outside back area have been hit quite a bit as well. Like Xavier Coates is a big loss as well. But yeah, didn't their left side get shot to bits last week?
Oh, absolutely they did. And I think the Melbourne Storm have lost their bully factor. Is it just me? Because I feel like, the team to beat is always the Storm. And this year it's felt like they've lost that factor where they've become such a dominant, such a key side in destroying teams, really. And I think that they've really lost that factor. And the Warriors, they went to Melbourne and they said, let's just bully the shit out of them. Let's just bully their front rowers. Let's just bully their backs. Harris Tavita put a bell ring of a shot on a front rower, mate.
Yeah, Josh King. Jesus Christ.
If the Warriors can play like that every single week, I know they'll get gassed pretty quickly if they do. They'll go close to winning it this year. They are playing with grit, determination, and just playing for each other. And that's exactly what I love to see. But anyway, past the Warriors.
No, actually, yeah, I know it would preview with the Melbourne Storm, but how good was that shot? I mean, there was some great shots. Halasima, Vaimunga, like he was a brute. But what about you can't go past RTS's one and the celebration to get his young teammates up like that? How good was that? Yeah.
I'm glad they're winning, and I'm glad it's good for the competition. I love the whole New Zealand crowd; like they get into it, and it's just good to see them sell out every week. But anyway, moving past that, the Storm, I feel like they got outplayed, out physicaled, which is the first time I've ever seen the Storm be so undominant in a very long time. Like their forward pack got absolutely, I keep saying it, bullied out of the game deal. Like I don't think I've ever seen that happen to the Melbourne Storm before.
Nah, yeah, like I said, it looks like a completely different side, just in general. Like not a side coached by Craig Bellamy. Like he would not uphold those standards, in any situation. So, yeah, but anyway, this will be Storm's first game in Canberra in 5 years. We went to the last one. I think Storm gave us a
Yeah.
bath, and this was during COVID
Wasn't it
period.
Vinivalu? He absolutely tore us a new one.
No, it wasn't Vunivalu. Vunivalu left by them. It was 2021. So I know Remus Smith played. I think it, yeah. There's a few. Yeah, Croker. I don't know if Croker played. Not too sure, but yeah, we weren't good that year, and Storm obviously were very good. So yeah, not real crash hot, I'm afraid. But yeah, look, going into this game, yeah, it's very hard to see Storm losing 5 in a row. They haven't lost 5 in a row since 2012. And what a year that was for them. They won the comp. So that's yeah, pretty crazy to think that happened in the same year. But yeah, I mean, if they get in a roll, Longo is going to be the player to break the game open for him. Like, I think he's been probably their best player to start the season. No.
Oh, 100%. I think his link up with Harry Grant, like we saw multiple times against the Warriors, how he would kick early. Harry Grant was not afraid to kick early, and Falongo would chase. Like, I think that's a couple worrying signs for us because, our forwards are pretty slow, and quick play the ballers are really going to hurt us if we don't slow the ruck down, which is exactly what we need to do. We need to slow that ruck down so they can't get momentum, they can't build onto us, and Harry Grant and Falongo killing us through the middle. Like, you have to slow the ruck down.
That's right. Because I wouldn't say that Storm have a single dominant forward. Like, look, you look at it, you go, yeah, Stefano's the alpha male, but he's a bit of a softie, eh?
Oh, he's been playing.
He backs away, bro. Yeah.
Oh. What about Josh King? Did you see that? He pushed Harris to beat and then ran away from a 5.
Oh, did he? Oh, what about Hughes? Yeah, what about Hughes the other week? Copped a knock after kicking, and then he ran in the back of Nathan Cleary.
Oh, yeah,
Was it Cleary? To try and milk the penalty.
Yeah. So stupid.
All right.
Yeah. No, I thought it was Reece Walsh.
Yeah, no, it was Walsh. Yeah, it was Walsh too. Yeah, it was a few weeks ago. Yes, it would have been. Yeah.
But like these Storm players, like you can obviously see they're trying to frustrate the opponent, but they're frustrating themselves. They're just getting outclassed, outmuscled, and it's nothing more satisfying to see them lose. I just love it. It's so good to see.
There's obviously be a rematch for them trying to get back at that Magic Round clash with last year. Absolutely epic with the Kyle Weeks chip and chase. So I hope the Raiders go after Utoi Kamanu and Loera especially. How many penalties did he give away that game?
Like 8.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like we play this sort of football which upsets the Storm.
Yep.
We haven't had every game should pretty well been close since that 2023 thrashing. Ethan Strange's debut in Melbourne.
Oh god, that was bad.
Yeah, and look, this side definitely worries me for sure. Why don't we get into Sticky's notebook to have a look at our changes?
Yes, sir.
Obviously last week we saw a few late changes made for the Raiders, so we can probably consider that to happen again, considering we won. You'd imagine.
Yep.
But the big change here, which I didn't expect it from Ricky, to be honest. Watching the game, you get a bit emotional, the Raiders fan. You go, oh yeah, drop. But yeah, Saf Tamale has been dropped with the reserves back to jersey number 22, and coming into the side is Matty Mokes, Matthew Timoko for the first game of 2026.
Well, not really, but yeah, first starting game.
First game, mate. He hasn't played.
Yeah.
Oh, true. My bad. Yeah, he did play. To be fair, first starting game.
Starting game of the season. So yeah, good to see Mokes back. I think, Dill, I know I've been discussing to a few people about how they feel about this dropping. They all think it's the wrong decision. I think this is exactly what Ricky needed to do. I think, obviously he's down on confidence. He's a young kid. He'll get better. He's only 21 years of age. Like,
that's right.
I mean, what did we say at the start of the season? That he would be New South Wales number. New South Wales.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
We get a bit too ahead of ourselves sometimes on this podcast, but that's all right. No, I think this is a really good from Ricky because he's telling to these other players that, like, I'm not afraid to drop you. If you're not performing to the way I want you to perform, I'm just going to put you back in reserve grade and you can muscle your way back up. Dill, this
Yeah.
is not the first time we have seen this from Ricky. He's done it to multiple players from the last
Mm.
decade and longer. Like we
Yeah.
saw, he dropped Big Papa in the day. He dropped Josh Papali'i to New South Wales Cup. He played 3 games in New South Wales Cup before he returned. Same as Shannon Boyd back in the day. Blake Austin also played on the bench and played New South Wales Cup. Tommy Starling also played New South Wales Cup for a long period of time when Josh
Yeah,
Papali'i
Xavier
was there.
Savage knocked
Xavier
him out for a
Savage as
year.
well.
Corey
Horsburgh.
Horsburgh.
Like I'm telling you, it's something that Ricky has done and he continues to do. He
Yeah.
will. These players were all young and they've all gone through their mental tough stages. But if these players can't show that they can get past this mentality stage and be like, okay, I gotta show that why I'm a first grader. I gotta show I'm a first grader. They will never play for the Raiders again. I'm telling you, like they need to they can't take this as a bad thing. They go, oh shit, I got dropped. Like I'm never gonna make it again. Ricky just wants them to get some confidence in reserve grade, come back a stronger player, and just kill it again. Like we saw that from Horsburgh a couple of years back. He dropped from the side, was going to go to the Tigers, came back, played Origin. He played Origin, for God's sake. Like,
Mm.
these. I think this is the right call from Ricky Stewart Dill, and I want to get your opinion on it.
Yeah, yeah. No, I do think it was the right call. Look, I think if you got a player who's just making too many errors, like he's just becoming too much of a liability
Yeah.
in our side. The last few weeks, like he's just put us under too much pressure, and it's so disappointing for him because honestly, I feel like that's the only knock on his game. Like he's like under the high ball and errors at the moment. Like apart from that, like his carries are great if he can catch the ball. Like he's fantastic. Like I think at least the first, well, minus the Sangi, I think he's probably one of our best. He's probably our best winger at the club. Like it'd be higher form than Xavier Savage the first few rounds. And then when you got a guy like Matt Timoko, the caliber of a player that he is, a New Zealand international, how can you knock him back
Exactly
from
right.
playing first grade? The timing's a bit shit, obviously, with Xavier Savage getting injured, so Jed Stewart's still on the side.
Go Generals.
Yeah, so look, I think we'll see Tamala back in the side later in the year.
Yep.
But yeah, you wouldn't move Sasangi for
No.
anyone at the moment.
If he did, that would
Um,
have been the completely the wrong decision because
yeah,
obviously there was those talks. He came out and said, "Oh, Sasangi will move back to the bench." Max
you
will come
can't,
back
bro.
to the spot. You can't. He's been
Hell no.
awesome. He's been so good.
Interrupts it. And like, I don't know if you can move him from the right hand side. Obviously,
No.
he played left hand side centre last year.
Yep.
I know Timoko's dominant right, but I don't know. Do you think you play Timoko on the left? What do you do? I don't know.
I don't think you can because I think Jettles is a pretty ordinary defender. And I think Tomoko's not a very good defender either. So if you put them next to each other, yeah, I don't know. I think Sasangi's defense is probably our best center defense out of everyone.
Oh,
I wouldn't go far.
yes and
Because,
no.
I
Yeah,
think there's stages that he's like he makes the wrong decision. That Rabbitohs game, he
yeah,
makes the wrong decisions in the
yeah.
line racing up. But Dill, I'm so glad we said on the podcast. Ricky must be listening to us because we kept saying, "Oh, he's not a center. He's a winger." Sebastian Chris. He's moved to the wing. Ricky's listening to us, I think, Dill. I think he can. He's been
Yeah,
listening to the Bad and Mean podcast and he's here going, you know what? These boys are onto something. Yeah, they're onto something.
yeah. He's more than capable
Oh,
of
yeah.
playing on the wing. We've seen before. He's solid under the high
Yeah,
ball.
exactly right. He's played fullback.
Yeah, he's got the work rate and he's quick. Like I don't mind him there. He's fine.
He takes those winger hit ups as well as a center,
Yeah.
which he should not be doing. Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't really have much footwork, but no, I think it's good to see him return on the wing, Dill. I think, yeah, it's good to see.
Yeah, just for the time being,
Yeah.
I think it's a smart decision. Giving Tamale some games in Cup to get his confidence back for sure, and that's our only change for this week. All up. We talk about this every week, but we talk about the old Paddy factor. New South Wales Cup are 6-0. Like they don't look like winning a game, unfortunately. They went down to the North Sydney Bears on the weekend. And like this happens a lot with New South Wales Cup. Players coming in and out. We have Kobe Black, we have Dane Laurie, who are new spine members, new to the whole system. like just watching the games, you can tell that it's taking Kobe Black a while to gel. But overall, I think Owen Paddy's been their best player the first 6 rounds. Like he's looked really, really sharp out of dummy half. You know, just building his game more in attack, playing bigger minutes. Yeah, I'm not saying this has anything to do with bringing him into the side, but I think it's just a good sign going forward to see that, you know, putting a player back to reserve grade to get some minutes and pick up some form and help with his development is definitely the right call.
Completely agree. Yeah. No, bang on the head there, Dill. Let's hope the New South Wales Cup side can never win, but it's not really looking promising. I mean, we've got the side to do it, man. I don't understand what's wrong. I don't know if it's. I think it's
inexperience.
like.
Oh, it's
tough.
I can't honestly.
I understand, but
yeah, that's true. Look, yeah, no, that's all right. Yeah, I think it's hard to get an assessment on what the coach does behind the scenes. Regardless, the New South Wales Cup side would be training with the first grade side.
Yeah.
Most of those players would be. I think it's basically just inexperience in key positions. Like you look at Ethan Alea, Kobe Black, Owen Paddy, all under 22, or they might be 22 and below. And then a forward pack so young as well, like younger than 22. Like our front row was young. Jake Clydesdale's probably been another standout too. Like he's a big fella. Like him and Patuki K's big fella. Like they're at least 6'5" each. I think Clydesdale might even be taller, but he's been really, really good to start the year. Definitely pushing for a first grade spot. If injuries go down. And even our back rows, they're young. They're like 2006, 2007 born. So,
our back
yeah.
looks so good though, eh? Like Alea, electric at fullback, Tamale, Shuart, Tuali'i, Finau, Rory, and Black. Like,
yeah. Well, Asamoah's been dropped.
No way.
Yeah, I think he played last week, but he's fallen down the pecking order considerably. Like Chris Lewis hasn't been afraid, she hasn't shied away from dropping him.
Goodness, the game, leave the squad at the end of the year, but that was bound to happen. We got so much talent in our backline; it's just crazy. But,
yeah, well, Dane Laurie's been playing fullback more than he has 5'8". Yeah, mostly scored a hat trick. Yeah, he's ball. Yeah, you can see that he's just a class above in New South Wales Cup. He's kind of too good for New South Wales Cup, and then maybe not good enough to be consistently as an NRL player.
Yeah, let's hope we can see the New South Wales Cup side getting a few wins under their belt, because it's going to be a bit worrying if they're not. If they go wins. Goodness. Yeah,
that's right. Not a good sign to see them on the bottom of the ladder. And yeah, just quickly, like sometimes. So sometimes New South Wales Cup can be used just as like a pathways development thing, and it's more or less just getting young players experience under their belt, as opposed to focusing on winning the comp. Like it's hard to maintain a consistent side throughout the year with all the same players. So like the last few years we've been really good because we've had a lot of the same players, and there's a few old heads in the mix, but this year it's quite young. So that's what happens sometimes. It doesn't always correspond first grade and second grade form wise. But anyway, I thought we'd just touch on that quickly. They play the Storms. 2
o'clock at Seaford Oval on Saturday.
Yeah, Seaford Oval. Yep. So fingers crossed they can get off the nudie run to start the season in regards to wins. Why don't we move on to our Holgung matchups for this week, Deck?
Yep. All right. So our Holgung matchups for round 7 of the competition on the Friday, 6 o'clock, GIO. We have the brilliance that is Ethan Strange. Oh man, how good is he looking the last couple of games? He's looking a lot better. The doctor, as you say, Dill, he's looking a lot better with his form, and his combination is starting to gel quite nicely with the Colonel. Alrighty, last season, we'll go on last season stats just because once they hit 10 games of this season, then we'll start using this season's stats. So last year played a total of 24 games. He had 14 tries, 5 goals, total of 874 kicking meters with an average of 36.42. By the way, he had a cheeky goal conversion rate of 100%. I'll just leave that there. 12 try assists, and he had a total of 1,816 running meters with averaging 75. On the other hand, we have the brilliant, the outstanding, the star that is Cameron Munster, the Queensland number 6. My goodness, did he lead Queensland to a famous State of Origin victory last year. With the unfortunate passing of his dad, he looked, that was, pretty unfortunate, but he led that side, despite the sadness, to a famous, very famous Queensland State of Origin win. That was pretty gutting for a New South Wales man, but he deserved it, and good to see. Anyway, Cameron Munster, fantastic player for the Melbourne Storm. He has been for over a decade. He played 24 games last year, and only 2 tries, Dill. Only 2 tries to his name.
That's crazy. Far out for his standards. Jesus.
It's pretty crazy. 4,201 kicking meters for an average of 175.05. He had a total of 23 try assists, so one better than Ethan Strange. He had a total of 561 tackles and running meters 2,644 with an average of 110. So these two looking to go head-to-head for the first time this season. We know that Munster will probably be up for it, being the captain that he is. He'll be reminiscing about that game last season at Suncorp Stadium where we beat him Magic Round, where Trent Loieri gave away a stupid penalty for us to win the game. But Dill, how do you see this matchup playing, and who takes it in that 5/8 position?
Yeah. Well, Cam Munster, isn't he the definition of a big game player? Like, for a 5'8", like, he just steps up in all the big moments. Been a little quiet at the start of the year. I think it's been a bit of a liability in defence too, if I'm going to be honest. Be interesting. Obviously, both players went over to the Ashes tour, so I'm sure Cameron Munster knows the ins and outs of Ethan Strange's game, and obviously knows what a threat he is. And this is actually an odd situation. Like, obviously, we're doing a matchup with 5'8", but normally they're not actually running at each other. Ethan Strange will be running at Cameron Munster this game, which is quite an uncommon occurrence. If I'm going to be honest. Both good ball runners. Look, I can definitely see Ethan Strange getting the better of Cameron Munster. Like, Strange just plays eyes up. I think they're very, very similar players. If I had to play a comparison of players in the NRL who are similar, I'd say Ethan Strange and Cameron Munster in that position. Like, they just jump around, creating opportunities and just playing eyes up. Can't wait.
Yeah, 100%, Dill. It's going to be a fantastic matchup between these two heavyweights. Probably might meet again in the Origin Arena. Who knows? I don't know how much longer Munster has in the Origin Arena, but hopefully we can see Strange in there this year if he starts to pick up some form, which we have slowly started to see. So, Dill, who's your home game matchup for this week?
I've got the 2 centres, actually. So I've got the returning Matt Timoko. We don't know what side he's going to play on, but we haven't done him yet this season, so we'll chuck him in. So we've got him, and then we also have Jack Howarth, 2 guys who are eligible as New Zealand internationals. Both got Maori heritage, I believe. So Timoko last year had 10 tries, 6 try assists, and averaged 149 running meters, whilst Howarth had 2 tries, 6 try assists, and averaged 135 meters. Obviously, Howarth coming through the grades was more so of a second rower. But he's really nailed down a position in that right centre spot. And 2 tries last year, I'm really surprised about. But because I thought he was a lot busier than that usually per game. But I think this will be a really good matchup. Really good attacking players out on the edges. Health, he's an unusual player. Like, I wouldn't say he's known for his speed or anything. Like, more so just his toughness and his strength out on the edge. He's just so reliable week to week, I think. He's probably just an asset in general for them to have. Whilst Timoko, we'll see how he goes in his first starting game back for the Raiders. But we know he's just a pocket rocket dynamo. You're just a pinball that can be used. Just turning him back on the inside. We know how many line breaks he can make. Just hopefully we don't see any of his defensive deficiencies we saw a little evidence of last year. We'll see if that was a Fogarty factor or not. But yeah, how do you reckon Timoko will go in his first hit out?
I think it'll be good. I think he'll be bouncing around. He'll be energetic. He'll be ready to come back into this team, showing why he deserves to be that number 3/number 4 center. And I think, I think he'll have an awesome game. I think Moxie needs to prove why he is an NRL starting center. And I mean, he's a Kiwi international, for God's sake, so he should be. But anyway. Now it's good to see Mokes back, and I think his damaging runs through the middle will cause heaps of issues for the Storm. So if we can get the front foot and he can take one up, my goodness, you better watch out because
you've Cam Munster nightmares.
Oh, 100% he will. He's tackled
PTHD.
I know, right? Oh, that fend. But his tackle breaking ability is fantastic. So you know what? It's not even that bad seeing it. I know Tamale makes a lot of tackle breaks, but technically we're subbing Tamale in for another tackle breaker, so that's not even something to worry about, as he can make plenty of meters through the middle. So this looks to be a mouth-watering matchup again, Dill. Done a fantastic job, mate.
Thank you, sir. One of the worries I'm sort of still worried about is our kick defusal. Obviously, we've got different wingers, but last week was 50 odd. The last few weeks it was like 20%, like 30, just not good. Like far out. Like as for first grade standards, it needs to be a lot better. I think the highest one, surprisingly, was against the Sharks, which was in the pouring rain. We got like 75%. Yeah, 53 against the Rabbitohs. Kick defusal was. So when you've got guys like Warbrick on the wing, you really need to be on the ball there because he is a tall fuller. On the other wing for the Storm is former Raider Manai Watere.
Oh, no.
Actually, so count him in for a try. You can put your money on it. I think he'll be really revving up to try. Well, I haven't seen him much on the wing, to be fair. He's usually centre, can play in the halves, can play a bit of fullback. We'll see how that goes. But just in general, their left side defence, I think, is an aspect with Sasangi. If he's playing right centre, regardless, Sasangi or Timoko, fantastic in attack. I think that should be an area we should target.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think that Manai Watere has not really had many games to play this season, and I think that game against the Panthers a couple of weeks back, his defense was pretty woeful on that side. So if we can attack that side of the field with I don't even know who's playing where, because I'm kind of confused to see where Tomoko would play.
Yeah, we'll see. Eh?
We'll see anyway. We'll see. Whoever's down that way, we know they'll do a good job. But we really need to attack that side. The edges is where most of their points come from. So I just hope. I really want to see our forwards stand. I know I keep saying this week in, week out, but I just want to see our forwards play with determination, grit, and just bully them out of the contest like what the Warriors did. I just want to see us play for each other. Get up in their faces, get aggressive, you know?
That's right.
These guys you want to get aggressive with, because if you're not, they will get aggressive back to you. We lose the game. So we just need to be on the ball, on the money. Just play the Raiders' way. Get aggressive. Get keen. Get passionate. Because we're going to bully the Storm out of this competition.
Got to do a repeat of the Warriors game and just terrorise them. Well, that kind of shows we don't have a single middle forward who's been given a award nomination this year so far. Yep. They don't have any points other than Hudson Young. We don't have any middles. Forwards in general. Any forwards in general. Yeah, so hopefully we can get a few big stints in from big boys. Yeah. But yeah, on the back of last week, hopefully that's just given them some confidence moving forward, and we can try to get a consistent 80-minute performance, at least one, because we haven't had one this season. No, really haven't. No. For the 80 minutes, Bulldogs game, closest as you're going to get. I reckon the other one's just been so patchy.
Yeah, I think if we can just play a good 80-minute performance, we might have a chance against the Storm. But it doesn't make. You always say this. You hate versing a team coming off the back of a loss and a pretty bad loss. So
Yeah, they got the best spine in the comp, bro. Like best 6 and 7 combination.
no, I completely agree. I think Jerome Hughes and they shouldn't be losing this bad. They got Harry Grant, Munster,
Yeah.
Hughes, Utakamanu. He's poo, by the way.
Hey.
I hope we come out and just terrorize him because he's the most like he thinks he's him. You're not him, brother. You're very far from him. But anyway, let's hope. Let's see if Laurie Daly rests you for Origin this year because you know you definitely need a rest, mate. Anyway,
Yeah.
Dill, shall we go back? Echoes of the battlefield, mate.
Mhm.
You know, it's a forgotten matchup in my eyes. When I told you about it, you said you forgot about it. So, yeah,
Yep.
fuck you. But anyway,
That's the point.
yes, that is the point. It's got a forgotten matchup if you didn't realize. Let's go back. Round 7. Oh, round 7, Dill. The exact
Same, mate.
round as this year. 20th of April. Raiders versus Storm. 2014. Dill. Raiders 24-22 winners against the Melbourne Storm in what was a shock to the whole competition. Like, oh my God, the Raiders beat the Storm. Holy shit. Because 2 years before this game, we lost to the Storm 62-4 at home. Okay? So, back in 2012, yeah, that's not a good year for us. But, man, what a game this was. 10,000 people there at GIO cheering their team.
Wonder why. We were
the
dreadful in that period, bro.
Worst period of the Canberra Raiders to support. Yeah, very hard to support. But we went into the half 16-12. Dill, I know you forgot about this, but looking back at this, the highlights and all that, does some start to click in your mind about going, oh, I remember this sort of?
Well, the Paul Vaughan try is probably the main thing of anything. I remember obviously him playing for the Raiders in that period of time, and yeah, him scoring the try to win the match, probably the main factor that I remember. But yeah, I started supporting the Raiders. I think 2011 was the first game I went to. And not many good memories, unfortunately, during that period.
No.
But losing was one thing I certainly remembered. We finished 15th that year. Storm finished, I think, 6th. Yep. They definitely made finals. Yeah, but going to this game, I think Storm had a pretty good record, didn't they? Like they were just in general with their wins,
yeah. Yeah. They had a very good record.
Yeah.
Man, they were the team to beat against, and like they're always the team to beat every season. But this last tackle play, Dill, Paul Vaughan, he beat 4 defenders, stepped through the middle, and just it was a crazy try. It would looked like prime Joseph Tarpanay was out there for us. So
yeah, never knew the big man could move like that.
Right? Yeah, he's fantastic. So we actually came from behind this game, which is something we don't see often. Once again, Dill, we're normally known for choking, but thought I'd bring this one up. Paul Vaughan, never forgotten. He was a national hero for the Raiders.
Yeah, Canberra Raiders local.
Doesn't he play for York City over in England?
I think he played for Warrington, I know. He might still play for Warrington, I think, doesn't he?
Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
Quite possibly. But yeah, looking at the highlights, like, the early try from Matt Allwood, who kind of forgot he played. He scored a cracking try to start the game, Matt Allwood. And then Reece Robinson, wasn't he a flyer on the wing for that period? Yeah.
He was awesome.
Cracking for the games that he played.
Yeah.
And Jack White in 6. That would have been one of his earlier games when they tried to make that transition. Obviously, Campo at halfback. He was very good. Looking at the highlights too, Brian Norrie there, big front row, put on an absolute massive shot during the game. He absolutely levered out one of the Raiders' second rows.
Yeah, they had young Tom Napia on the wing. That's insane.
Kenny Bromwich came off the bench
as well. Bro, that's a name I haven't heard.
There you go. Cecil Wanga, he played a few games for the Raiders as well. So good, bro. Oh my God.
But anyway, Dill, that's a forgotten matchup. Echoes of the battlefield. Fantastic. Let's hope we can replicate something like that on Friday.
I hope so.
But this round, Dill, it marks something special. It marks something different. It marks something from the past. Dill, forever green. It's forever
Hmm.
green round at Geo
That's right.
Stadium this week. Dill, let's
Mm.
go past. Who is your forever green? Who is your favourite player brought up from the day? Like we're pretty young fellas, so
Oh.
obviously we're not going to name Mal Meninga, you know, Ricky Stewart, Laurie Daly, any of those guys. Give me
Mm.
someone niche. Who's your niche
Okay,
man?
like I'm feeling a bit confident. No, we're not that confident with this one. I feel like I'm gonna absolutely bash when I'd say who this is. But this is a player from the first memory of me going to Geo Stadium. There's one player who stood out when I watched these games back in 2011 when we were struggling big time. He played fullback. He had a mate who played on the wing. Both
His
guys
best
got
mate.
sacked from the club eventually, but I've got Dukes.
Oh
I've
Jesus,
got
mate,
I've got
seriously.
Josh Dugan. The period at fullback he played early in his career at the Raiders. I can just remember him making line breaks. Like yeah, I thought he was one of our better players. It was a few seasons. I think 2011, 2012. Um, yeah, he was just tough. I can remember one of the plays. It was Big Dave Taylor running down the sideline, and he just
Oh my
got in
God,
his
yes,
path.
that's right.
Dugan got absolutely smashed. He had no preservation for his body, Josh Dugan. He was just so tough.
Insane.
Fullback.
Stop the try.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I can do the whole cliche Jack Watt, and obviously, I did like him as well. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hard to go with any other player. I don't like in a period where the Rays just haven't seen that much success.
But hey,
What about you, Dick? What do you reckon?
Dill, I've
Who
gone
stands
for
out
his
to you?
teammate back in the struggling days. I think obviously this is where our passion for the Raiders really came from at a shit situation, to be honest. I think this was like some of the worst years they've ever played football.
Blake Ferguson.
Oh, no.
Fergo.
No, it's
Huh?
not Virgo. It's the GOAT, Joshy McCrone.
Oh.
Oh, the man in the headgear, the black headgear. I think my first ever game that I watched was the Raiders versus Dragons in 2011. The Dragons are up by a field goal. We kick it short. We go. McCray goes, you know what? I'm not kicking a field goal. Dinks it into the in goal area. And little do you know, your best mate, Dill, Josh Dukes, he comes in, scoops up the ball, try, we win the game. That was my first ever
Yeah.
Raiders game
Yeah.
as a child. So forever there, Josh McCrone was always my favourite. Yeah, I loved McCroney. But
Yeah.
let's go. Let's go a little bit different, Dill.
Yeah.
Let's give me a forgotten Raider that you enjoyed watching. Someone who just doesn't quite remember seeing them in green. Who you got
Yeah,
here?
someone underrated. Yeah, look, this is a player I think slightly underrated. Flew under the radar throughout their career. Maybe didn't reach the heights that they wanted to. I'm going with Michael Oldfield.
Oh yeah.
Like for the games that he played, obviously he was a journeyman. He came to a lot of different clubs. Had a lot of injury setbacks here and there, but came to the Raiders in 2017, I believe.
Yep.
Yep, 2017. And yeah, he was just so great as a fill-in at the centre wing position. So he played 24 games, scored 12 tries. So every second game, you could say he scored a try. But God, there were some standout games for sure. The Cowboys one stands out to me, scoring a hat trick against the Cowboys in the winter. The last try scored where he just absolutely just split the line and ran away to score. And then throughout 2019, where if we had an injury down, whether Rapper was injured, Kotrick was out, he'd come in and do an admirable job. He just filled in, and he did not shy away from the contact at all. He just ran so hard, and just yeah, wore his heart on his sleeve consistently, oldie. And yeah, shame his career didn't really kick off much. He was a Tongan international, played a few games, had a stint at the Eels, and just didn't really kick on, unfortunately. But no, I definitely love remember him playing in green. That's for sure.
Oh man, how could you forget about old oldie? No,
Mm-hmm.
he was fantastic for us. You said that Cowboys game where he scored a hat trick and
Mm-hmm.
won the game for us essentially. Like he was awesome. The man in green that we'll never forget. Yeah, super underrated for the Raiders. I thought he was phenomenal for him. But Dill, my player, it's the bald headed. PNG International. Kurt Baptiste, the chef at hooker, coming off the bench, bro. He came off the bench. I don't think he ever started for the Raiders. I don't think I ever remember seeing him start.
Imagine. That's why he was so good.
Exactly,
Impact.
that number 14 jersey. Bro is still, he's only 35 years old right now, by the way. That's not even that old.
Really?
Yeah, I know way.
Because I think he was still playing for Papua New Guinea off the bench.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
Maybe up until a few years ago.
Yeah, he was.
Was it the Cowboys? I remember him playing.
Yeah, so he started his career at the Broncos. He played 5 games for the Broncos. He scored a singular try. Then he moved to the Raiders. So he didn't. By the way, he didn't find a club for 2 years. So 2014 to 2017,
Wow.
in the Canberra Raiders, he played a total of 56 games. He then went to Lee Centurions for 1 game in 2018. Then he left after that, joined the Sydney Roosters for 2018 season as well. Played 9, and then he left to the Cowboys for 2019 and played 9 as well. Played 7 international games for Papua New Guinea from 2016, and he's still going. Apparently, he's still playing football. I don't know where he's playing, unfortunately. But yeah, he did a second stint at the Raiders. August 4th, 2020, he re-signed with the Raiders. Can you believe
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
So he must have, because that season, he must have played bugger all games because that New South Wales Cup season got canned.
Yeah, he must have played nothing.
Yeah. So he played for the Sunshine Coast Falcons in recent. I think 2021 he played there, and I don't think he's played much footy since. By the look of it.
Really funny deal because he got named
Yeah.
under 20s Team of the Year in 2011. He was hooker of the year.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Damn. So he was.
It was a good hooker,
He was.
That one game that I remember him coming on. We played the Broncos over at Suncorp in, I think it was 2016. I think it was 2016. Can't quite remember. And Baptiste came on, and in 20 minutes he scored 2 tries. And
So pretty much when he shaved his hair.
exactly right. But Kurt Baptiste is a Raider that I can never forget. Underrated Raider, in my opinion. I can't believe we didn't see more of him in green. But there you go. That's a little segment that we did for the upcoming Forever Green round, where the Raiders reminisce upon some of their favourite players to ever play in green since the club was first funded.
Yeah. Always good to see and reminisce on some old footy matches. Yeah, I like doing this segment. Just so we can add a bit more variety to the potty. All right, now why don't we get into our tips deck for round 7?
Can I pause you right there?
Yeah.
I've got a little tale to tell, mate. We have both tipped the Bunnies last week, and the Raiders won. Do you reckon this is an omen?
Is that an omen?
The Storm. I'm joking. We always tip our team. I'm actually off that we didn't tip our team last week.
Yeah. I hate the Storm, bro. I hate them.
Oh yeah, I hate the Storm as well.
Them and the Roosters, like, out of any team to beat, Roosters and Storm, number 1, because it feels so satisfying. It's a bit of an interesting one, you know. If I tip against my side, do they get the chocolates? Yeah, look, I want to back them. I'm going to back the boys in Friday night. It's starting to get a little bit more chilly. Okay, so Melbourne, pack your thermals. All right, Melbourne's probably a little bit chilly as well at the moment. But nothing like JAO on a Friday night. Look, I'm going to tip the boys. I'm getting a lot of confidence from last week. They have to keep improving because last week was it was below satisfactory. Okay, the performance, it was shocking. Their defense needs to be a lot better. Some very good signs though. Having a dry track like that helps, obviously. But I think we'll get up. I don't think Storm's defense is anywhere as near as it has been in the last few years. So no, I'm going for the boys to win. Probably another high scoring match, to be fair. Look, I'm going to get them to win 28-22. Tight affair. My man of the match is going to be the Sandman, Sando, Ethan Sanders, the Colonel, and then my anytime try scorer. We'll go Mano Watera, obviously. Okay, and then we'll go Noah Rugby League Martin on the edge.
Rugby League Martin.
Shout out to Tyson Bennett who suggested that. He's he pretty much resembles what rugby league breathes in his.
Oh,
So
100% he does. Absolutely do. Well, that's a good tip. I like it. Obviously, Manaia Waiteri, he always scores. Every freaking X-Raider scores against us. Jack White last week, bro, is like
Mm.
my tips for this week.
By the way, yeah, we didn't even talk about that.
We don't
Jack
need to
White
talk
and
about that.
scoring
His first. You know what? Every time he hasn't won against the Raiders yet, ever since he moved for the Rabbitohs. By the way, he has not won a game. So
3-0.
yeah,
Zip.
sorry, Jack. We love you,
Oh and
mate.
3.
Don't get us wrong. We think we love you over here,
We love you. We saw them taking photos after the game,
yeah,
which was sweet.
yeah,
Yeah, but still, you're a dog for leaving us.
yeah.
What about the look on his face after he scored the try? He was
Oh no,
like,
he was so good.
"Urgh."
All right, Dill. I've gone for my anytime try scorer. I've gone Sebastian Chris returning to the wing. I think he'll get one. Obviously, any overlap, we'll see. I hope he plays on the Iowa Terre side, but I'm still not sure. We'll just see what happens there.
Yes.
But yeah, he'll most definitely get a try if Manaya's defending him. My Eye of Odin, Dill. We haven't seen our forward pack step up. I'm hoping that this is the week that changes. I hope this is the week that we go, you know what, let's bully the Melbourne Storm. And I've gone Joey Tarpanay. I've gone. I think we'll bully the Melbourne Storm front pack, but I know Craig Bellamy, the Storm front pack has been bullied so far to start the season. So Craig Bellamy is going to try and get them on the front foot and try and encourage his team and his forward pack to get on the front foot. Anyway, tipping here, Dill. I've gone the Raiders. I had to go the boys in green. Can't doubt them. 22 points to 20, Dill. I think it's going to be a real tight game. Real tight game. So, 22.
Bit of a grind affair, hey?
Bit of a grind affair, which is what we like to see in the ACT. So, there you go, Dill.
Very nice, mate. I like to see you back in your side. It's a good to see you happy again.
Are you serious?
Because I haven't seen you smile in a few weeks.
Mate,
It's good to see.
You were crying last week.
Yeah.
That wasn't happening. Huh?
I didn't cry.
You were in the corner of your room, mate. You called me. You said, I'm struggling here. The Raiders are about to choke a 20-point lead. And you started crying, all right? So I'm not.
Yeah, and they got really happy fast when Kyle Weeks started doing
Oh,
some
yeah.
sexy
Did you
stuff.
dance,
So
Did you dance?
yeah, little dance. But yeah, can't wait to hear the Viking clap on Friday night. All right, why don't we move on to our super coach? Something which I know you're definitely better at me at this season, at least. Yeah, I'm serious.
I know you've entered the top 8, mate. You've come from
You know it.
the bottom 8.
It's the,
bottom 8 of
it's the slow burn. I'm telling you, it's a slow burn.
Huh?
It's a slow burn.
It is the slow burn at the moment. That's still you're slowly tearing up the competition. Oh, you're still in 9th. Never mind. You're not even at the top 8. Let me know how did you go this week, Dill? What was your score? Where you ranked at the moment on the ladder, and who you up against next week, and what are the trades you're making?
So I knocked over Josh J Train Station last week. I got 1,264 points in the end. I traded out my boy Keanu Kinney. Well, I thought it was going to be sort of a good point because he only started off. It was more of a cash cow, I'd say. He started off only in the 400,000s. No, not bad. Obviously, I had the Spice-Man Simmons Sasangi, got me 100 points. Latrell has been great at the centre wings. He's still been getting some high scores. Obviously, he played at fullback, but he got 111 for me. Tom Chester, fantastic. Out at centre, 96. Far Lung, 132. Not too flash, but he was my captain there. Aaron Mahal, great. Alex Twile, all above 80. And then Jackson Ford, another ton there for him. That's 100 points. Could have gotten a few more, though. Like I had Cole Hune, 2, and Fame Marnie, who got well above 70. But just happy to get the 2 points at the end of the day. You know, like I said, Owen Triple Paddy, he's coming for you, mate. He's coming for the top 4.
Yeah, you wish, Dill. You absolutely wish,
Trash, mate.
mate. Don't trash talk me. I'm on top of the ladder, mate. I'm number 1. But what trades are you making this week?
Look, Toto, I tried him in last week. What a freaking stinker that was.
Trap. He's a dead set trap.
He got 32 blood.
Oh God,
I don't know who to get because I had Tavana too, and then he was a late change. Should I bring in the Sherbet man? Should I bring in the Sherbet? Or is he a trap? Yeah, Paddy Sherbet.
Oh. How much is he
I
going
don't know,
for?
mate. Not 90, 260. All right, look, I've got Seti 2. I'll move him to flex,
What?
and then yes, I'll move him to flex, and then well, they're not going to matter anyway, okay? Because no, I'll have him at flex because I want him to be included in my overall points. Okay, so I'll move him from my bench, and he's going to be my starting flex. Tom Chester will be my reserves, my backup fullback. Okay, so that's how I'm working things out. Other than that, Hines is out. I'm not going to trade him out. I'll probably look at maybe getting rid of Pezzett, if anyone. But I'm not going to be including him on my reserves. So I'm going to hold fire for the time being, and I'm not going to make any trades this week.
Do you have David Fafita?
I have Fafita. Fafita.
He's out for 6 weeks.
Oh shit!
So
You know what?
Joe
Yep.
Chan is also out. If you didn't know that.
Mm.
Um,
Is he?
yeah. Well, my trades this week, I don't know. I'm tossing up. I don't know if I should bring in KPP. I'm thinking about bringing in Kai Piers
Do
Paul,
it.
but
Do it. Do you?
I don't have enough money for anyone else, so I
Mm.
can't really. But I don't know. I don't know who to bring in. I'm actually quite stuck. Jacob Preston's a little bit of a. Oh, you know what? I'm actually. That's quite yummy. All right, Dill. Well, that sounds like pretty mediocre trades, to be honest. But mate, this week I absolutely smashed Sean Fensom. I scored a total of 1,359 this week, defeating Sean Fensom with 905. Get that ass out of here. Notable scorers, notable scorers for me. Dylan Edwards got me 78. Cleary, vice captain, who only got 56, so not that great. Tommy Chester, oh my god, injected in my veins. He's been a joy to watch this season. I hope he consistently gets better and better because he is on fire. Tommy Chester, been awesome. 96 he got for me. Payne Haas, 72. I captain Latrell Mitchell, who got 111, but he got me 222 as my captain. Vernaz, and man, the GOAT, Simi Sasangi, Nathaniel Sasangi.
Oh, Sibi Sosagi.
He's been fantastic to start the season once again. I just love that man. He's so good. Mr. Consistent, Mr. Versatility, Mr. Daily M center of the year. I'm telling you right now. Put him down.
Yeah,
Mark him
bro.
down, Dill. Cody Walker got me 88. For Fleeta got me 70. All in basics,
Oh.
which is pretty insane. Jackson Ford got me 102. And Alex Twile 83. On my bench, I didn't play Aramau Howe. Got 81. He's been fantastic. Vaimani 78. Zetu 285 and Cena 60. The Colonel. Yeah, so that looks pretty good for me, and I'm sitting comfortably on top. Number one. It's pretty hard to be carrying this league on its back, but you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, sure, mate. Sure.
10 league points. Only lost one. 4-1 is my last 5 rounds. Big Wiggly, Big Red. Sorry, Big Red has dropped down to 30. Was on top. Number 1 me. Number 2 Uns does. Number 3 Big Red. Number 4 Josh World. Number 5 Old Pups is what rounds out our top 5. Dill, you're sitting at 9th. Still absolutely shitting yourself to make that top 8. I hope you don't because you're pretty shocking. Dill
Yeah,
trades
sure.
this week. I think I might get rid of Fufuida and Joe Chan. I'm going to bring in Jacob Preston.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm going to bring in Kate Well. I think I'm
You
going to
reckon?
bring in... I don't know if I should have more than... I think I've got too many second row forwards, but I reckon Catewell's a little bit of a pod, but he just came back from injury, which is a bit concerning.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Jock Madden. No, I can't really trust him. He'll probably be... Well, who's coming back for him? What's his face? So, I still got to figure out for my trades this week, but I'm looking at trading out David Fafita and Joe Chan. That is definite because they're both out with longevity injuries, and I'm looking at trading in either Jacob Preston or someone else in that range, and maybe, just maybe, oh my god, Jed Stewart got 19. Shit. Just
Okay.
maybe I'll bring in Kurt Capewell or Phoenix Crossland because he's been averaging 50.7. There you go, Dylan. That's my trades.
It's very nice. No, I rate that for sure. I think that's yeah, you worked around that quite well. Yeah. All right. Now, so like you've suggested, I'm getting rid of Dave Fafita. Okay, so I'm looking at two guys, right? Now, don't try and manipulate me, but I'm looking at either Jack Williams, his dual position, or Trey Mooney. Williams has been really consistent to start. Yeah.
Interesting.
So Williams has got above 50 in all of his games. Now, yeah, quite consistent. Yeah, but he's playing second row this week. He finished the game on the edge last week. So yeah, it's interesting. So he played second row against the Storm round one, and then the next three games he primarily played at prop. So he's not going to get as much ball on the edge. I don't know. I'm going to check and see what Trey Mooney's typical averages are. 73 last week. That's scoring a try. 94, 64, 35, 48, 73. Oh,
Pretty tough decision.
I really want a big name, that's all. Polting got 87 on the bench. He's got the bye this week. Aaron Howe and Martin are getting up there in price, and they're still performing all right. Can't get Williams anyway. He's too expensive. Okay. Let's rule Tim out. There you go, 577. Look, I'm probably going to change this eventually. I might get Toby Couchman. He got 73. He's their starting prop. 73. Yeah, I'm going to get Toby Couchman as my second rower. I think hopefully I can rely on him this week.
Very good there, Dill. And that pretty much sums up round 7 of Supercoach 2026. Dylan sitting at 9th place. I'm sitting on top of the ladder. Does that surprise anybody? Probably not. But anyway, we hope you enjoyed this podcast again. Let us know how you think the Raiders would go. Let us know if you're keen to jump on the pod, chat a bit of Raiders rugby league. But yeah, we're going to try to get a few people to call up and give us some things to discuss about in future episodes. But that probably won't be for a while. But
hey, what about Elliot Whitehead playing 6 for Westies? That's probably one thing we should talk about. Yeah. So he was playing 5'8" for Westies, and then Matt Frawley, he's got a contract with where it's a contract. He plays Gungahlin Bulls. Yeah.
He's captain coach, so they lost on the weekend. Actually, the Bulls. They have a very very good squad, and they still lost. But I mean, it's Canberra Region Rugby League, so anything can freaking happen. But Westies, they play like poo.
One play doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, exactly right. But yeah, anyway, something to keep a watch of, the Canberra Region Rugby League. Take a look on Bar TV Sports. There's a couple of Raiders superstars playing in some of them. So keep an eye out. Keep an ear out. Because we'll probably be discussing it in future episodes. But anyway, there you go. Potty number 8 all wrapped up. So we hope you enjoyed this podcast and let us know what you want to see more of. Bye, Dylan.